Bars Open with Beth and Greg. Cheers and enjoy the show.
We're finally on. Good evening.
What a hot fucking mess of a night.
bar
All the way from
is
no Diet Cokes to technology
open.
pooping out.
Exactly. Everything went south on our asses tonight. Printer went out. TV wouldn't work.
I figured it out.
Camera wouldn't come across. We were hexed.
Nah.
And you know what? We're finally on. We are watching the Tucker Carlson and
Trump.
President Trump thing here. I've got to figure out how to turn down the volume a little bit on that.
Oh, I gotta turn this volume down too.
So, Evil Ginger, what's happening? Jeep and Justin, hope you guys are having a good night.
My friend?
But we are doing a little bit of a watch along. I don't have any notes.
You have your
They're
phone.
on my phone.
Don't panic.
I know. But normally I have all my notes like just right here.
Do you want to try to print them one more time now that it's gone through a test print?
No, it needs some more shit over there.
Okay, well, it's we
decided because Beth
I need to go and look and make sure they didn't charge me for the diet. So I do curbside every Monday.
pickups.
Get my sodas in there for the week. Yeah, I only get 3. So and
Didn't
neither one of
realize.
us, I think you thought I put them up. I thought you put them up. And when I went to
Wasn't
go
ready.
grab them, I was like, WTF.
WTF. And on top of it, it's on the night version of it. So I can't see that
You can
shit.
change it. You know that, right? In your settings.
Stop it.
You're pretty sometimes. I have to kind
Stop
of make sure
it.
I help you walk through this shit.
All right. So if you guys are watching the Tucker Carlson and Trump thing, cool. We're kind of going to be listening in the background a little bit here. We've got it on picture or closed captions so Beth
captions.
can actually read it. So if Beth gets distracted, that's totally fine. But
Well, they're
First
talking
things-
about
yeah, it's interesting. And I actually wrote these notes because I was anticipating going on a few minutes ago. Is right now as we go live with this
yes.
on Fox News channel also has the GOP,
I'd love to
the
see
first one, right?
where what their numbers come out, because this is where you can still tell us
How
many have logged into this, right?
So when you go to Tucker Carlson's page, right, and that's where he's streaming it off of.
right.
Right now, there are 15.9 million impressions, 166,000 likes or whatever.
But 15, what does impressions mean?
Impressions means that's where it's being shared. That's where it's being
Okay.
looked at.
That's
it's
more
being
than
watched.
likes. That's likes just means somebody liked
It's like
it,
you
thumbed
hearted
up
it,
it,
you
or
thumbs it up or whatever.
thumbs downed it, or
Right.
whatever you chose.
Ramaswamy's kicking everybody's ass. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I think that's what everybody's saying. And Beth literally goes, "Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Hmm.
Exactly." Because nobody,
I don't. Well,
the
I don't,
average person
I don't
doesn't
follow
know those
politics
people's
because it
names.
just pisses
Yeah,
me
absolutely.
off. Hey, did you say who we are? Like what
Oh,
they're
we're the
watching?
bar is open
Thanks.
with Beth and Greg, and that's Beth, and I'm Greg.
You can catch us on all the spots.
And I was irritated.
You were a dick earlier to me.
Well, if you quit going,
Well, it's
we
like
talked about this last year.
it's like I can help it. I'm a deuce do it all the time now, even when I don't need to.
Dude,
You breathe and it's annoying,
it
but I
makes
don't.
me
I
want
don't.
to
I don't bother
smother
you.
with a pillow.
I don't bother
sometimes.
you because of your breathing.
Right.
So
Check us out on
Get
Bars
over it.
Open, out on iTunes and Spotify.
So because I didn't have
and all
Diet
the
Coke.
places. Beth is drinking. Oh,
Drinking
this is
whiskey.
normally a Wednesday or a Friday night.
thing.
I was like, hey, you got that bottle of Weller downstairs? She drank some on Saturday night, and I don't think she recalls it. So we're gonna do it.
It's
She's
good.
gonna do a whiskey
It's
review.
good. So I'd had Weller before. Thank you, Travis.
Yep.
I also learned from Travis that if you don't see something on the shelf that you want, to go
Ask.
and ask.
Absolutely.
And this was not on the shelf. So I asked the nice young lady, hey, you got any Weller? And she looked rather impressed with me. And I said,
Oh, really?
the green one? She's like, that's actually the only one we have.
Did she just like reach under the counter?
No, she had to go in a back room. She had to go. She had
Was
to go.
it Specs?
No, this was Don's and Ben's.
Oh, Don's and
I'm going to give that liquor store my business so that it doesn't close.
It is close. It's nice and close. Not close. It's
You're right.
close.
It's close. Like literally
Yeah.
pull out of the neighborhood, pull into the driveway. Close. Everybody
Absolutely.
needs a liquor store that close.
100%. All right. Let's get into this shit.
I shaved my
We're a little
beehole. Chris said he shaved his beehole for this.
nice, dude. So, like we were saying, we are trying to commingle doing a show and
have
the Tucker Carlson interview
Trump interview on.
and Trump interview on. Just shot it over there. We'll see. I don't think we're getting any notes tonight. It's all right. All right. So,
Yeah, it's still broken. Might be time for a new printer.
dude,
Who
this is
knows?
the hardest thing for me to read ever.
Let me go see what it needs. You talk for a second.
I'm not trying to go blind in life. It's just like life comes at you fast. And Evil Ginger, thank you for reaching out and saying you're gonna make us a voodoo doll. I think that's right. I've already sent it like 5 times. So it's gonna print out like 74 copies of the notes because we are those people. We still need tangible like paper stuff. All right, let's see. It's okay though. Just bear with us. It's one of those nights. The printer stopped working out of nowhere. The camera wouldn't come up on my laptop. I don't know. Preparing. All right. Either it works or it doesn't. Let's go. Come on back over, Castro. Hola, Julia. Welcome to the biggest shit show in quite a while because all of our technology just decided to
Not that
shit
dramatic.
up. We can't even get the fucking
You broke it
printer.
somehow.
I haven't done
I love
anything
you.
to that. I don't know. All right, you ready?
For what?
What would you
Oh.
do in this circumstance?
Uh-oh.
All right. I got to pull up this story real quick because this is one of those ones where you go, I'm probably going to murder a motherfucker.
Okay.
Just got to find it. Of course. See? That's how life goes.
Sorry, I was reading
You're reading what?
the TV.
Why does everything look like shit on everything here?
Why are you so broken tonight?
I don't fucking
Would
know
you like
what
to
happened.
send it to me?
No, it doesn't matter because I can't find the fucking article. We'll get there. Oh, there it is. Okay.
You need to start opening them up in browsers. You need to start opening
Woman
them in browsers.
horrified after discovering stranger had been secretly
Stab yourself
living
with a needle. Sorry.
under her floorboards for months.
People, as in plural.
Person,
Oh, person.
dude.
Still,
What
it's
would
not
you
like-
do in this case? Like, what would you do?
Does it say how she found out?
Yep.
How?
A woman has spoken of her horror after finding someone living under her floorboards for months. Ashley Gardino from California revealed recently that she had been hearing strange noises coming from somewhere. Thinking that there might be something on her roof,
Ghosts?
she got out of bed and went out to investigate. But rather, and this is basically the window right here. And of
Ooh, that
course,
one
it's
hit me.
not going to come up. Hang on.
Julia Mangulia.
I've got to move us all the way down and then do this. There you go. This is the hole that he lived in. Right? So, or do you have the show up?
It's coming.
Okay, there you go. Thinking there might be
Okay.
something on her roof.
So she
got out of
didn't
bed,
have typical, like my old house
had like a
had
grate
cross space.
or
Well,
something.
it was pier and beam. Is that what you call it when
Yeah,
it's
a
raised?
Balix.
When it's raised above the ground, because it was an old home. It was built in
Mm-hmm.
the 1930s, I think. So she has foundation, but they just have cross space
Like,
it built
in the
into the house.
foundation, yeah.
Interesting.
but rather than finding a bird roosting on her gutter or maybe a rat scratching about, Ashley discovered that there was actually a live human being under her house. In a video posted on her TikTok channel, the concerned homeowner can be seen standing outside of her home. I'm standing at the front door, she says, and I'm like peeking out and I see the grass moving. And she sees this picture. A fucking arm comes out of the hole.
Oh my
and
gosh,
it's
I'm gonna
feeling
shit
around.
my pants.
Ashley then pans around to show a large man-sized hole gaping by her front door. Not at all utterly
How did she
fucking
never notice
terrifying.
that before? Maybe she's like us and doesn't use her front door a lot.
Maybe. She then moves to the side of the property, revealing how the individual managed to get inside in the first place. Ashley goes on, there's a whole ass man living here for months, living underneath the house because she'd been hearing these sounds, right? Living under here for months. You know, how creepy is it to see a fucking arm come out of this?
Seriously.
Feeling around the outside of the house.
That's
Returning
like
to
horror
the front of the
movie
house,
shit.
she adds, imagine being half awake and seeing an arm come out. Like half awake. Like,
nighttime.
oh my God.
But it was also
A
dark.
dirty arm come out of this hole.
Ugh.
The clip then cuts to police officer poking his head through the hole at the side of the property. Two cops are then seen with their guns drawn, demanding the person gets out of the house. The man
Escalated.
involved was eventually brought out and arrested by the two police officers, with Ashley claiming that he was high as shit.
What are you trespassing? Like, what is that? What is that crime?
Yeah, trespassing. Probably. I'm sure there's a few things. We'd probably ask a police officer, a friend of ours, but we'd have to ask.
That's
It
my
all
brother.
ends with the man being taken out by police cars. Since the post was shared, it's been viewed more than 6 million times, with viewers outraged and horrified in equal measure.
Okay, so a couple things, right? So
Yeah.
like, it's not surprising. It's California. Their homeless
Right.
population is
Is through the
rampant.
roof. Right.
You asked what would I do if I had caught somebody
Mhm.
living under my house?
I wouldn't have called the cops.
I would have called the cops,
I
but
mean, I
also,
probably would have been out there with my gun.
I was gonna say I'd call
Personally.
the cops, but I'd also be like, "You piece of shit, stay there until the cops get here."
Or you barricade him in and just leave him there.
No, that's me. That's not who I am. That's not who you are either. Yeah, you talk a real tough game, but I've seen you save a
I'm like,
cockroach the other day.
Clean the walls under my basement.
One thing that should
clean
be
the-
squished.
Those floorboards from the underneath better be clean, bitch.
I don't know
You
that
see
there's a whole lot.
Scratch
Here's
marks.
the thing that I think it probably would have been
Space Cowboy,
worse
what's up?
until
Space Cowboy is
figuring
high
out
as shit.
what is causing it. Because for me, I probably have been like, great, we're haunted. Because I believe in that more than I believe in somebody crawling in under my
We-
house.
We have a slab, thankfully, here.
Right. Well, that's yeah. Which
Colorado
almost
would
doesn't-
have been a different story.
Colorado, my
But you
house
would have to
in
dig
Turtle
like
Hills
10 feet down to
because of the
get it.
basement.
Yeah.
So I would have thought
Evil
more
Ginger
about,
said exactly. Yeah, I would have bricked that son of a bitch up, kept him, and kept him.
ew, but then he stinks up your house when he
No,
dies.
you literally just put like you drill like a door handle.
Oh, you think you're gonna put some potpourri in there?
No,
It's
no,
gonna do
no,
the job.
No, I'll keep them alive. Drill a door handle size, like they have those door handle drillers, and you just drop food down there every once in a while. Keep them alive.
You're fucked in the head, dude.
You want to sleep in
This
my
is the
fucking
man I love.
basement?
This is the man I love that I should now be scared of.
Not of you.
Yeah. How easy they turn. One thing wrong, the next thing you know, you guys won't see anything from me but a little
She
hole.
lives under the stairs. now.
But I would have been probably more concerned. Like the freaking out would have happened when I was trying to figure out what it was, not when I caught the person.
I'm thinking about.
I mean, I
could
would
you
have-
survive under the stairs.
I would have in that closet.
Yeah, probably.
There's a shit ton of raw food in there. I could survive.
No, I'd take all that out.
Oh, no,
I
you
wouldn't
wouldn't.
leave all the guns in there.
Oh yeah.
That's not a very. I mean, come on.
All right. Again, I'm annoyed with your breathing.
The anxiety that this would have caused
As
For-
your legal counsel, I advise
the rest of
you
my life.
to stop.
For the rest of my life, I'm so sorry.
They put
So-
solution in the basket.
Yeah, I would literally never sleep again. Put a third, while someone else added, "I pray that you can find peace in your home going forward."
Well, that's the thing. Now, is every little scratch, is every little bump going to be like, great, there's somebody under my house again? And it's
I mean,
not
you,
wrong.
you can close that.
It's not
out.
wrong, but
Like, she's
still,
probably
your
never
psyche-
thought that somebody would like.
And you can't sell your house in California because it's worth a gazillion dollars, but then you have to buy a house for gazillion dollars.
No, you have to move to like Montana
Palm
or whatever.
Palm
no, you
Springs.
move out of California.
because Palm Springs is expensive now too because it's popular.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I would have been more concerned with I get freaked out that there was a person, but it would have been the figuring out that it's a person that would have freaked me out more. I heard something the other day and I remind myself, I'm like,
Freaked out by the person.
I have to remind myself, okay, it's just a cat. It's just a cat. It's just, even if,
No,
the-
because what's his fuck's always bouncing around the
but
house.
even like if I don't know it's him, it's always
He's
him
around
now
here
when things
somewhere.
move.
Milo,
He probably went downstairs. He's like,
Neonopolis.
no,
What'd you call him?
Milo Manchaco,
Yeah, that guy.
my little Hispanic cat now.
This dude right here
Ooh,
thinks.
dang, I apparently haven't eaten enough today. Whiskey's already gotten a little buzz going.
Thank God tomorrow's
Nice.
Little Friday.
It's not
Psychic
that.
Yuri Geller. That's who this guy is. This is
Okay.
an older version of him.
Do you think that he knew people were going to judge him for his looks and his shirt if he's a psychic?
Probably. Predicts aliens will join us on Earth within 10 to 20
They're already,
years.
well, according to
I mean,
people
like,
who
join
believe
us, like
they'll live amongst us.
they live, you know what I mean, with Roddy Piper.
That's such a good movie. Like trying to
Great.
take over or friendly? How does he?
I guess they'd be friendlies, but you have people like this on TV who you never know. They could be fucking aliens now. Right? And that's kind
Lizard
of the
people.
idea. Lizard people.
So he thinks in
What
10
was
to
the
20.
TV show?
Whoa.
Was it called
Osborne's-
Aliens? No.
Osborne's Want to Believe.
What was the
Um,
one where they were literally? Do you remember that TV show where they
Got to use your
walk
words and tell me
around
more.
and they were actually aliens, or they were lizard
Where's
people?
DJ?
They were
Where's
lizard
DJ?
people and fuck. Where's DJ? Where's DJ when I need him?
I don't. I
Remember,
have
it was
no
back
idea.
in like the 90s, early 90s.
They were lizard people.
There was a movie about it, and then they made a TV show
Hey
about it for
Siri,
a couple of years.
what was the TV series in the 1990s about lizard people?
Can't remember the fucking name of it, but it was
V.
V. Yes. Thank you.
19. It wasn't the
Then lost
90s.
close.
It was 84 to 85. It
V.
only made it 1 year.
But it came back. There was a second.
I mean,
season
obviously, it didn't make a
much
great
later.
comeback because
No,
it's not even.
much later. It was 84 to 85.
That's what this says.
Yeah.
The complete
Dude,
series.
that's what I'm talking about. They already control us, and I think that was the reason it didn't
Wow, it
last.
had a lot of people in it.
The reason it didn't last because they were like, oh shit, they're onto our game.
The lizard people are actually the producers, and they're like,
They're onto
done.
us at this
So it
point.
had Mark Singer, which has been in a
You want
ton
the
of
clicker
shit.
thingy? Show us who this is.
Sure, give me a sec.
Because I think it has a direct link to aliens who are joining us on Earth at some point.
Okay. So look
Hang
at the
Yeah, one sec. All right.
left side, the right side.
Yeah,
Hashtag
What's going on with this? Hang on a second. I gotta
hashtag
kill this.
dyslexic.
There we go.
All right.
Can you blow those up?
So Mark Singer is apparently not. Oh, no. So that's what you got.
You just click on it.
I can click on each person.
Well, click on one. That just
So,
looks like a. Who are we
that's
looking-
him.
Are we looking at the top?
No, that's his picture right there. I just scrolled. It's not catching up yet. Now you know what my life is like when you try to show something. And he was
True.
in a lot of stuff.
Okay.
He was in the
Which- are you
Beastmaster. He
looking
was
at
in the
that?
Beastmaster. He was the
Are
Beastmaster.
you, which one are you looking at?
No, I'm looking at the one on my phone. I mean, on my iPad.
Oh no, that's not doing the same thing. You can't just go into it and just like click on the picture
Of what, sweetheart?
of the people that in the.
That's what I did. I clicked
Yeah.
on his picture. It brought up this. But turn it on.
Trust you.
Oh, I'm smarter than you are with this shit.
That's what it brought up.
No, I don't know why it's bringing that up because that's not what I have up. Look. I think it might be you.
I just hit a button.
Yeah, that you broke already.
Oh.
Anyways, so
Anyway,
this guy was in the Beastmaster. You remember the Beastmaster? He had the little ferrets and stuff. He's in it. It's got
another great movie.
Michael
The
Ironside.
Beastmaster. I must
Michael
have watched that.
Ironside from
Didn't one of those little ferrets die in that?
I don't remember.
It was, to me, I think it was kind of
Michael
like losing a
Iron, who was
trade.
in the movie The Old School with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Mars one. Total Recall. He's huge
Michael
in Total Recall.
Ironside.
Yes.
Yeah.
It had Robert England in it. It had
Who is who?
Freddie.
Exactly.
It had Judson Scott, who, if you were a sci-fi fan, you've seen him in a lot of shit. Weird looking blonde dude. But yeah, it had a lot of people in it.
Can you
surprisingly.
pull up just a picture of the show V real quick, just so you can see it?
Like the logo?
Just the logo, like
Let's see
the.
if it lets me. Yeah, there you go.
All right, pull that up. Plug her back in because I think it is important to know what's Trump talking about over there. All right, did you share it?
Yeah, it's on. I think it's something with you, sweetheart.
No, it absolutely isn't.
I do the same thing. Oh, no.
Fix the end.
The other one. That's so fucking bizarre. This is my screen.
I don't know. We're gonna have to figure your shit out.
Maybe maybe they're not allowing you to share shit.
No.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
All you have to do is can you go Google? Did you just Google something?
my
And
gosh, yes,
are you on
hold on.
IMDb? Is that why?
Yeah, maybe.
Go to
but
go Google it.
IMDb works all the time.
No.
You
know what?
series.
All right. So disclaimer, if you guys are getting into podcasting, if you're ever interested in it, just know.
Don't.
Don't. It's a big pain in the dick.
You
sometimes.
really need a producer.
Or just do just stream straight from YouTube.
Let's see what this brings up.
But when you have all this bullshit, sometimes it's just a pain in the dick.
Okay, hold
There
on.
you go.
Wait,
it was just
did it work?
It was
I was
there.
gonna try to make it bigger, but
Now it's gonna break again. Dun dun dun. There he is.
So and these are all the
characters
that were in it. Some of them, not all of
could have
them.
done that so much easier. Now we know. Don't go to IMDb.
IMDb normally works though. That's what's weird. Who knows? Who?
You're right.
And
You're right.
at
least we have working internet, unlike everybody, dude.
Who doesn't have
drinking
working
bros.
internet?
Their fucking internet is just killing them.
Why? They live in Dripping Springs. It's huge.
Well, it's not huge. Dripping Springs is not huge.
It's huge compared to Buda, Texas, right down the road. Tiny.
Yeah, they need Starlink in Buda.
Apparently, so does. So what? I know it happened. You said last week that they were having so many problems that
Everybody
they
was
just
watching today
recorded.
and they just dropped 54 minutes. It just
So they're gonna have to pull a
great
Greg LaMontagne and
conversations.
call their internet company
already
every
have.
damn day.
I think they've done it.
They need to apparently do it some more because you
Like,
got it.
I
fixed.
called everybody.
The
knew.
dude at jiu-jitsu that
We
doesn't even work
had-
with you knew you're the
If
the
you've
Greg
been around
calling.
for a while, we had the Spectrum episodes for we did 12 Spectrum episodes.
Well, they fixed it.
Yeah, they absolutely
Now
fixed it.
Mick's
What's
gonna
going on
bark.
with this bitch?
So yeah. So from a perspective of, I would have freaked out. Oh no, we were talking about the aliens. Right?
Aliens.
We moved on.
Yeah.
I just, did he give us a day? Because if he's such a psychic, he should have known
Right.
the day it started.
Uri Geller predicts
Yuri.
aliens will join us on Earth within 10 to 20 years. I think they're
That's a
already here.
really big gap.
Aliens
too.
are the talk of the town. Last month, a former U.S. intelligence official, of course, he went to, he made bombshell claims under oath that the Pentagon was in possession of alien tech and non-human bodies. Then Harvard scientists claimed he'd found evidence of alien life in the Pacific Ocean off Manus Island, 260 miles up from Papua New Guinea.
Excuse me.
He claimed a meteor that landed in 2014 actually brought the spacecraft.
Oh,
Remember, hey, on the Castro Files, I did an episode of one that was like an alien spacecraft that turned the fuck around.
Yeah, the big one.
and went back
That
out.
people try to say it was satellite
Yep, they said it was
or
like
trash.
trash, but I don't know.
Space trash. Delco
Space
said
trailer trash.
they're coming tomorrow. Boom said.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Just suggest somebody hit the telephone pole so that they have to fix all. Seriously, right?
Literally,
But it's not a telephone pole. It's like
it's underground.
it's
usually.
a box.
Well, it's Spectrum.
But it's still a box. We have the box junction for ours in our backyard, so it's still a box.
The problem is up there, it's the same as it is where we live.
They probably need a new tower, like they finally ended up
No, it's
fucking
not a
doing
tower.
over here.
Everything's underground here.
Well, they
need
did
more.
something.
They need another node. So if anybody can pass along the word node,
NODE.
NODE,
Why don't you pass it along?
we got an extra node put in
Makes me think of your
over here
nose.
because I made such a fucking
Fuss.
Mhm.
Hey, squeaky wheel gets greased.
goddamn right.
They
Spectrum
charge us
sucks
an arm and a
balls.
leg now, but
What the fuck? The
I should try to
illusionist
negotiate
and
that.
self-proclaimed psychic,
Oh,
famously
and he's only
famous
AKA
for
crazy
allegedly
person.
bending spoons with his mind.
That's Matrix bullshit. He's
Is
not
the
really doing
first
that.
person most of us would consult for as an authoritarian on extraterrestrial life.
Playing him Papa G.
He's long been sharing ominous tidings that things could all get a bit Independence Day. Claiming aliens are preparing to make contact and
I think
NASA
AI is going to ruin the world before
should
the
prepare
aliens make it.
themselves for a mass landing.
I'm just ready for like.
What would you
all
do if there was a
aspects.
mass landing? I'm totally fine with it. At this fucking point, I'm like, But don't expect it to go well for the human race.
No.
Those motherfuckers been
Well,
around for a
that's
while.
why. So I love my woo-woo friends, right? And they're like, no, they come in peace. I'm like, only so
No.
they can kidnap you and your children, kill your husbands,
And then-
take over the earth.
Right. And then
they're,
eat your
you know,
face. Exactly.
I honestly, I mean, I would hope they come in peace, but
Do I care at this point?
whatever in history, when has an explorer ever come in peace? Literally, like, yeah, we come in peace, and then all the Indians are killed or moved.
Or they just catch something, right, that takes out the
from like the people.
like
so like the
bubonic
aliens
plague
bring
or-
something we've never
Yeah,
seen before,
or-
and it
yeah.
kills everybody.
I mean, it's fine if we give them like COVID.
Well, haven't you seen War of the Worlds? That's how they win at the end. They
What are you
give them
gonna
a
rate
code.
this Weller? This is the Weller, just regular. What is it? Weller Special
I
Reserve
call it Green Label.
Green Label. It's just Green Label.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put a little
That's how I asked for it when I bought it. So
green
that's how I asked for it from Travis. Can I have some of your Green Label Weller?
label.
Smells good.
Oh, an unusual
color.
Wednesday, because if you guys weren't on earlier, we didn't, have any Diet Cokes because HEB fucked her.
Yeah.
They fuck you in the pickup line.
You thought I put them up. I thought you put them up. And when we went
I
to
literally
go, I went
asked
to
her, I
go
was like,
grab
you
one. I
grabbed a
was
Diet
like,
Coke? She's like, I'm grabbing it. She's like,
wait, hold
did
on.
you move the
Did you
Diet
move them?
Cokes? Like, why the
Because
fuck
we
would
put them in a very specific place.
I don't drink Diet Cokes.
I do need to go see if they charged us for them. You were telling a story. I was going off the story.
What is your rating?
I do have to say though, Evil Ginger wants to be abducted. You said you did too.
No, I wouldn't disagree with it.
Okay, are you both okay with anal probes?
Mm.
Are you okay with them lasering your eyeball and fixing it afterwards?
If they put something in there that makes it better, obviously,
no, it's
I
not
can't
going to
see a
make it
black and
better.
whi- I can't see
Are
a white on
you
black.
okay? Cowboys versus Aliens, when they were like cutting people open to learn about the human body.
So as long as I can have a arbitration
were
with them
dead.
where it's like, you don't kill any of my friends and family.
Evil Ginger said, I'll get over it. I mean, yeah, you come back one eye. I'm just going to call you One Eye. I'm going to call you One Eye Ginger at that point.
It's all right.
I do not want to be abducted ever, ever, ever.
What if it was like that
Nope.
dude I talked about on the, what the fuck was it? Bucky that I talked about, Buck Nelson that I
Well-
talked about, and he got to fly around.
Yeah,
and he had
no,
that
I
giant
don't want to
dog.
be abducted.
This is a true story from or true-ish.
He got to
story.
take his dog.
He got no, it was a space dog.
No, it was somebody's
No,
dog.
it was a
Somebody
space
else's
dog.
dog. No,
Nope, it was a
no,
space
was
dog
regular.
that was
Anyway, I don't.
400 pounds.
Have you seen Predator, the space dog in Predator? Until he got his brains blown out, he was mean AF. So
Oh, no. That yeah, that's true. Because then
I don't.
he became retarded.
You know what? I like fur babies. I don't like alien babies. So no, I don't want to be abducted. Period.
What
Not
if it
going to
was
change
like
my
that
mind.
big white guy, like that super alien guy from the movie Aliens? What was the original one? Shit, the dude that was like the
1970 something one.
no, the one. Oh, God damn it! See, I'm terrible at movie names.
You are horrible.
The big giant guy when they land on that Persidious. Is that what it is called? Persidious?
Oh no! You're talking about like when they land on the original, where they find in the
In the giant
The
pre-human
big
race.
caveman looking
Yeah,
dude,
the white
but
guy, but it was they were in
no,
a spaceship.
He was trying to kill her.
But he ended up getting skull fucked by one of those other aliens.
A
But what if-
genetic change of
But
one.
what I was gonna say, what if he was a nice guy?
This is why I don't
what
want
if
to be
he was a
abducted by
nice
aliens, because
guy
we've never
alien?
seen an example where they're a nice
and he
guy.
was
Nope.
giant.
Nope.
Had a 12-inch dong.
Nope. That would kill me.
Kill
I
most
would need surgery. My cervix would be torn. I just have no urge. Do I want to meet you? Sure. In passing or on the street?
Have a sip of yours. I want to just taste it.
Sure. I don't want to be abducted. I don't want to be tested. I don't want to be probed. I don't want to be anyone's science lab animal.
But what if they just like, hey, let's go for a ride, man?
No.
What if they show
I don't
up?
trust people. I don't trust strangers in a car to say,
Stranger
hey,
danger.
let's go for a ride. Why am I going to trust an alien that says, just come for a ride? Be like, that's how you lure all the girls in, isn't it? They probably have a cute puppy with them.
What do you got?
I'm going to go.
That's really good. By the
It's
way.
really good. I'm going to go.
I don't think I've ever had that.
8-3.
8-3.
really
That's
good.
that's a big
It's
scoring.
Like, it's become one of my
puppy.
favorites.
Yeah, that's pretty good. How
I'm
much was
already
the bottle?
getting
Do you
stuffed
recall?
up. Only like $35-$40.
Oh shit!
It was cheap.
See, the good thing about something like
So I
that,
bought that and a 12-pack of
It's-
Coors
it's-
Light, and it was 40 something.
it might be behind the counter, but half the shit over like on the shelves are more than this. So this is just Weller Specially Reserved Green Label is what you called it. Yeah, 8.3. That's got to be
What's the
top 5.
It's a
Eight.
90 proof, which is
Oh,
amazing,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
like
That's
it.
super
'cause
mellow. Yeah.
I like 80, 85 is usually my max. So I did put 5 or 6 pieces of ice in it, so that helps.
All right. Yep.
And it is giving me a buzz because I cut all my food in half. And so I'm eating like for a small person. Oh my God, I'm so hungry all the time. And apparently I get
And
drunk
Beth
really easy.
hammered all the time. It's okay.
Really not. I
It's
just started
okay.
doing this on Monday. It's the first drink I've had. But I am feeling pretty good.
Guys ready for the mask to come back. Let me make this a little bit
For
bigger.
what? Oh,
The mask.
I
The
thought you were talking about
mask.
the movie.
This is the
I don't know if we've ever
only
told you
way
guys,
you should treat
When I
somebody.
get a buzz, I get really fucking hot and I get really stuffy.
Stop stabbing yourself, evil ginger. God damn it! If you're getting blood on,
Hey,
our-
I want a picture. Does she know how to send us a picture of herself?
I've got a picture. I've got her
Of her
post-
working on it?
Well, oh, a picture of you working on
Yeah,
it.
I would
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one, please,
You
if you
could
wouldn't
Just
mind,
DM me
ma'am.
again. Yeah. Just
Justin said, "Beth sounds so much happier this week. It's the whiskey."
evil ginger. Make sure all your good voodoo blood goes into.
She said she wasn't going to hex it.
No, she's bleeding.
But if
That's
that was
gotta
the
be a thing.
case, if that
Just
was
be
the case,
positive.
it would hurt her, I would think.
No,
'cause
no,
you
no,
have
no.
to-
I'm not saying that. Just put good voodoo onto it. I already asked her. I already messaged her. She's like, I was like, just please put the good voodoo
Here's
on
the-
there.
I thought you weren't scared. You wanted an evil
Fuck.
doll. You wanted to get a doll from the dark web, and now you're afraid of a voodoo doll that a friend.
No,
is
this
making.
is why. It's because of this, right?
Because you're all talk.
We do the Castro files, right? Fuck yeah. Sometimes, like, I'm not growing a goddamn.
You need to grow that fucking skullet.
Mullet.
I'm disappointed in you. I've never seen you shy
but-
away from a challenge. You're getting old.
Do you know how much of a pain in the ass?
You do a skullet, I'll shave my head.
No. Okay, that's one thing. You know how much of a pain in the ass it would be to have a house that's
no,
haunted?
no topless, Chris.
Like, honestly,
Maybe if I lose 30 pounds, I'll go
it'd be the
topless.
biggest pain in the ass because you're like,
I'll go
"Ah,
topless,
fuck,
but
now
maybe
it's
a
like
teen
killed
top.
my cat.
What?
And now it's like throwing shit over. I'm like, God damn it.
What are you talking about?
Like, if the house actually became haunted, that's such a pain in the ass.
So I was watching.
Like, legitimately, it's fun to watch that shit on TV.
So I didn't know this until recently, but you consider paranormal shows my shows. You said that the other night when you were really buzzed. You're like, one of your stupid paranormal shows. I was like, oh, I didn't know you didn't like that motherfucker. So
I just watch along
I'm trying not to watch them as much with you. You can suck a dick.
because I fall asleep.
We fall asleep with everything, honey. I'm sorry. It is true. You have the brain of a 90-year-old after jiu-jitsu.
It's fine.
But they last night
I wear
You were
myself
asleep.
up.
you were asleep, so I
Get
turned
Greg
it
a
on.
Ken doll is what Chris said.
You were asleep, so I turned it on. Paranormal caught on camera, and this guy threw a dog toy
Yeah.
up because he
Oh,
wanted
I
to,
saw that one, the red one.
and then they threw it back down, and I was like,
saw
"Oh, you got to be careful what you ask for." So that's what you're saying is basically toys will start coming down. Not my cat. My cat's not a toy.
That little fucker lays like right up here on the banister. And I'm
Do you
like,
think he can scratch an entity? Because
he's
if
a
they believe
cat.
in them,
I don't know.
So they say pets can see them, dogs especially. But anyway, digressed. Okay, so next story, please, Greg.
Right.
Oh no, the masks. So
Oh yeah. This is all about the mask, right?
holy shit show on a
But
Wednesday.
real quick, one more thing. So there's it's a kind of a twofold story.
Okay.
Real quick here, I just gotta find the other one. Talk amongst yourselves.
Thank you, evil ginger.
Because nothing is.
So,
in
supposedly-
order. There it is.
I
Right.
could tell the story just based
Yeah,
off
go
of.
for it.
So
Right,
there
right.
is supposedly a resurge.
Oh yeah, it may
Of
be
COVID.
time to break out the masks again.
Do you think this is just media bullshit?
This is CNN, and it's
Because the
It's
CDC,
the same shit that's on TV right now.
the CDC said masks didn't do shit. So why would people?
Oh
pull them
yeah,
out
and they
again?
just came out. There was just a research thing done that just came out and said, "Yep," or the CDC said, "Yep, ivermectin's good." Remember just a short while ago, 2 years ago,
Well, it's
when they were like,
because it's
ivermectin is for horses
because
and
it's a
cows.
prescription now. You know
And
that, right?
no,
You
it's not.
can. Yes, it is. It's a prescription.
Oh no, it's
through a
always
pharmaceutical.
It's always been a
No,
prescription.
but now it's for people.
No. Ivermectin has been used billions and billions of times.
So then
Billions and
I know that when you got COVID,
No,
you took
stop real quick.
You took a
Hang on.
pea-sized
No, hang on a second.
gel hit
No,
under your tongue.
Stop. It had been used billions
But for
and billions.
cows and horses.
No. For humans,
For what?
for all sorts of shit. I told you this. You just forgot. It literally, the guy that
boring.
created it won the Nobel Peace Prize for fucking science.
In what year?
Like 20 years ago.
Seriously.
Because it destroys like all this other shit.
Is it good for the flu?
That's what it was actually made
Is it
for.
good for
COVID?
shingles? Nothing's good for shingles, unfortunately.
No, but don't be ridiculous. But
is it good for the monkeypox?
No, it's good for the flu.
Well, but COVID's not the flu.
COVID is a strain of flu.
Variation of the flu.
That's all it is. COVID 75.
So when
will be
is
the
this
same.
research supposed to occur?
Oh, okay. You ready?
Yes.
You didn't know about that?
No, I didn't.
Remember the whole thing?
You sometimes think you tell me stuff, and
No,
that I
we
one of two
absolutely
things.
talked
One of two
about
things
this
happens.
bullshit.
Either you think you tell me stuff and you don't, or you think you tell me stuff and I'm listening.
We absolutely.
And
Photosens.
nine times out of 10, I already
I'll
say
show
that.
you here in a minute.
9 times out of 10, I don't.
We
listen to
absolutely
you.
talked about it.
I know.
And you remember
But
when
sometimes you
Joe
talk and I
Rogan-
go,
Hang on. Joe Rogan, when he had to go through all of his shit, and CNN like made him look just like gross. And he was on his Instagram, posted a video, and he looked like a normal. He just looked normal.
Why'd they make him look gross?
You don't remember that?
Nope. I block out a lot of
Because
shit.
they
The world
also
is
went
not
up-
real.
They also went after him because he used ivermectin. So he's like, I use ivermectin, a Z-Pack, this.
Well, wasn't he
this.
the guy that gave us all the doctor? He had a doctor on there that said, and I still have this sticky that you can get ivermectin from this person,
it's
this person,
downstairs.
this
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
You can also do
all
these
online.
things
Yep.
over the counter.
We have it all. Yep.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You got
But the
it.
fucked up part is CDC just released a video that
The math
notes
didn't work.
that that ivermectin's now FDA approved for.
Wasn't it a long time ago if you got a Nobel Peace Prize?
Yeah, you ready? So
Jeez.
everybody's gonna start getting pissed, and you
Thank
should get
you,
pissed
thank you,
because
thank
you
you.
should get pissed. Is that thing gonna work or is it done?
Oh, it's done.
Did it end?
Let's see. I don't know. It has been 45 minutes. It's 9 o'clock. It probably went.
It probably ended. All right, so we'll have to go back and rewatch that. But nonetheless, this is on CNN, so I'm taking these guys as
Can
being,
you turn that off?
what do you call it? Where you're pretending.
Facetious?
Yeah, facetious, but like you have
Look at the big
one of those
words.
accounts on like. Whatever.
Oh,
Yeah. So if
like
you're
fished, but
well, it's one of those accounts on like the internets where on like you
use your words.
trying. Let me just read through this. If you're at a high risk of serious illness or death from COVID-19, it's time to dust off those N95 masks, which is probably where they're at. They're probably underneath your toilet.
We have
at this
so
point.
many, and I thought it was funny when we were in Breckenridge 3 weeks ago. They still had masks by the elevators.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But
Did
they've
you
been
notice
there
that or
for a
not?
million years, right? Dust off those masks, place them snugly over your mouth, nose and mouth to protect yourself from a recent uptick in
We
the
didn't
virus.
even wear them when it was like the heart
Oh,
of
no.
COVID.
Disclaimer. Beth and I have never been vaccinated. We rarely wore our masks.
Unless we had to do it to
jujitsu,
get into like a
me-
business
yeah.
where we needed something.
Yeah.
Not wanted something, needed something.
Yeah,
Because I
absolutely.
even remember us going to Lowe's and they're like, this is when the world was opening back up. I guess it's almost been
Yeah, we
like,
just
like
left.
2 years ago.
We're like,
May.
fuck
No.
you.
They're like, we would recommend masks.
Oh, we were like,
and
no.
we were like, no. And if you say something to me, I'll be like, I'm cool. Peace
yeah,
out.
oh yeah, those types of things. Yeah. We'd say,
And like,
fuck
but
up,
we
say
were
fuck.
only like one of 10 people not wearing a mask. I'm so fucking stuffy. Not wearing a
It's
mask.
the alcohol or the
and,
COVID.
and not Home Depot. The
and
other
do
one.
your fucking thing.
The one I don't like.
Stand
What's
up.
the opposite of Home Depot?
Lowe's?
Lowe's.
That's
I
what
hate
you said,
fucking
Lowe's.
Lowe's. That's why I don't shop at Lowe's.
Stand up. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a big one. This is
Stand
gonna make
up.
a lot of people are gonna have their decisions on this. That's fine.
How
But-
do you though approach a friend? Okay, so tell your story. I got a question, but tell your story.
All right, so everybody knows. So basically, they're just trying to kick all this shit off. But there are a couple of colleges that are already reinstating them. Atlantic University is already mandating
And
that.
here's the thing. I
there's-
say this
hang
with
on a
lots of
second, let me
love.
go
It's
through
the
it.
kids who are still wearing their
Let me go
masks.
through
So
it.
they're going to.
No, they're going to
mask up.
college. I would be like, you're coming home. You're not going to Atlantic University.
Well, you can do it online.
Yeah, I'd be like, you're going to do Atlantic University online. You're a college student.
You
can
stay
do
in
this.
Georgia, but do it online because I need you to have that
Right.
college
But
experience.
there are several, like there's up to 100. It's all
up to 100
bullshit.
what?
Colleges that are getting ready to try and reinstate this
Here's
shit.
the thing. How are you going to expel all your students if they boycott masks? You're not, because you're going to lose money. As a school, you
Oh, a lot of times they have grants and shit like that.
well, but they also get paid for classes.
I don't know, especially on like a smaller college
yeah,
campus
you
like
need
that.
that
I don't
fucking
know.
funds.
So so it says at least until the numbers start to drop. Where did I miss?
What
something?
numbers are even up?
Octogenarians comprise the highest risk group. No,
those are the 80
didn't
years
New
old,
York
right?
already kill all those fuckers
They're the
off?
80-year-olds, correct?
Right. Octogenarians, yep. At least until the numbers start to drop, it would be appropriate for President Biden
Wait.
to take some precautions and wear
Hold on.
a mask in crowds.
So, but what was the point of the vaccinations if you have to wear a mask again and take precautions? Because I'm just
there's
asking as
Rutgers University is requiring like
I'm just asking
fully
as a
vaccinated. Like you have to have
fuck Rutgers.
your new booster. And another thing I'm hearing, and this is allegedly,
I can't.
if you've got kids, start looking into the actual if you're going to have a kid, start
Boom
doing
said-
research real quick on the baseline immunization strains that they're using on them,
because
because
they're mixing it in.
with using mRNA versus like what the old school shit was like.
I
Yeah.
thought we were mRNA with our
Nope.
measles and all that shit.
That was just
What was the one that was the octopus
shot
one?
thing you have on the little scar. That
Yeah.
was for
Blue.
fuck. It was my mom had it. I can't.
I know.
remember.
I have it. You have it, don't you?
Nope. We were a couple of years apart, so
Well, we're
I-
6.5 years
yeah.
apart, not a couple.
So but
that
going
was,
back like to the
plague.
smallpox. That was smallpox.
yeah.
That's what it was. Like those sorts of things.
Woom said what we used to get was
MMR, thank you.
MMR. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was measles,
Mumps and
rubella,
rubella.
and
Measles, mumps, and rubella.
Yeah.
But be mindful and just think about it. It's like
So that's the scary. Like that's the scary. Like this is what triggers me to be a bit angry. So I have my bestie has no immune system. None. Every 4 years, she has to go through a whole series of shots for
Yeah.
B12s and all the stuff that your body's supposed to produce naturally that hers doesn't. Do I think she'd be okay if she ignored some of the stuff? Probably, because we all get sick, right? But 9 out of 10 times you and I get sick, we go on like we're not sick. That's just, my stomach has been fucked up for 9 days. Have I done anything I don't normally do because my tummy hurts? But you have people who are so used to listening to doctors say for the last 10 years, you need to
or
do this
even
every 3 or
more
4
so
years.
The last couple of years.
3 or 4 years. Well, because when all of it started and Steph hadn't gotten her latest booster, her doctor was like, you have to do this. Your life depends on it. And I was like, not ever going to badmouth her doctor. I'm not going to ever badmouth her decisions. I said her name. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Not going to badmouth her decisions. But I did point blank ask her, hey, so we know the vaccine doesn't work because you're still could get COVID. Are you going to get more boosters? And she's like, yeah, why wouldn't I? Said, well, because I just told you they don't work.
Yeah.
And she said, and she very she's like, I'd rather get it and think it's working and maybe it's mind over matter, which is for a lot of people.
Sick.
I mean,
sick.
but even you are mind over matter. It's just a different mentality over mind over matter.
No.
We're like, no, hold on, stop for a moment. You and I are like, and it's a cold. We'll fucking get over it. Keep going on, keep living life. That's our mind over matter. Her mind over matter is, if I get this shot, then I'm healthier
But
than I
her
was.
mind over matter with
Stop. Hold on. Her mind over matter is if I get this shot once every 3 months. Now, did she almost die
Okay, stop.
6 months
Give me a
ago
second.
because she got bacteria in her blood from a normal bladder infection? I mean, there's a little
Okay,
questionability
so
there, right?
no. I disagree with your whole entire comments.
It's America. You're allowed to do that.
Right? Because have you go out and actually watch the videos about the blood clots?
I won't watch it.
Then don't talk as if
I won't,
like
but
mind
here's the
over matter.
thing,
Because
but-
my mind over my matter is not putting blood clots
Hold
that are
on.
fucking 12
So
inches
for every
long.
5 doctor that agrees with that, there's 15 who don't. So that is the
Doesn't
mind
matter.
over matter part that I'm telling. You've got to pick and choose your truth.
The truth is that it'll fucking kill you.
You have to pick and choose your
Nope.
truth. And
Truth
it
is it
might
will
fucking kill you. But
And
your truth is
she's
your
got
truth.
kids that she's gonna leave, and it's gonna be because she ends up going for a fucking jog one day.
Well, that's
And that's
that would never
No,
never
or
happen.
she's gonna go
first
for
of
a
all,
hike
but
because she likes to hike,
she does hike.
and it's
but-
gonna fucking kill her. Whereas
How do you talk her out of it then? Tell me how
tell
you talk
her to stop
No,
and
how
send
do
her
you-
all the
How
information,
do you
and then
do
say,
you think she's stupid and doesn't have the how do you
"I
change
think she
somebody's
doesn't
mind?
want."
There,
This
you
is
just
exactly
said
it.
it. How do you change somebody's mind who
Okay,
doesn't want their mind
That's exactly it.
changed?
It's people that don't want to believe that they were duped into something. It's that there is a like negative bias kind of thing. It's like where guilt bias, right?
Fuck that shit. You
No,
should
where
feel
you
guilty
go,
for anything.
oh, I fucked up, and nope, I'm just gonna keep fuck. I can't believe I fucked up.
Nobody's that fucking
No,
stupid.
they're half the
I
country.
mean, I say that, and then I'm
3/4
like,
of the country is probably
mine still is
that
at
dumb,
30%
right?
follow rate.
And
so.
people will not they'll be like, I'm going to it to the bitter end. I'm going to get my kids vaccinated. I'm going to do this. I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do. And meanwhile, 100,000 fucking kids have died in the United States that they won't talk about because they've died of myocarditis.
No fucking way.
100,000 kids is the estimate.
How does that? Here, okay.
It
so
had never been a
Can
fucking
I
thing.
just be honest without you judging
Yeah.
for 3 minutes? I don't follow a lot of shit because I think following the world is negative.
Yep. Julia, 100%. That's exactly what I did.
What's NAC?
Go ahead.
No, what's NAC? I want to know that first.
NAC.
No fucking shit, bitch.
We
What
do, we
does
do
it
vitamin
stand
D,
for?
we do vitamin C, and NAC is the
NAC.
whatever the
No.
fuck it is. Go ahead.
Anyways, so I don't follow the news because it's all doom and gloom. Like we were laughing. I
No.
talked with a guy. Stop. I said 3 minutes.
Crushes my fucking heart. when
Stop
people
for
do
3
this.
minutes. I said, please.
Okay.
So I have a friend. No, he's not even a friend. A guy on a project
I'm
that
just
I
gonna tell
talked
you
to.
what it is. NAC supplement. God damn it, where is it?
We do CD and zinc.
Acetyl-
Evil. Yeah.
Niacetylcysteine supplement. I couldn't think of it. Couldn't say it.
Why does that sound so familiar to me?
Because it's something we take. It's just in our shit.
So, anyways, so here is why I don't listen to the news and I don't know about this shit, and probably why a lot of people don't know about this shit because people are deciding every day not to listen to the news because everything says to cut negativity out of your life. Media, negative. Still, give me 3 minutes. I'm not done.
No, you have a minute and a half left.
I have as long as I need, bitch. Anyway, so I have a guy I'm on a project with. I don't know him very well. I just know he's in California and he's in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And so we were like, how are you? How are you doing? There's flooding. There's
zombies.
all this
there's
shit.
Drug addicts.
And he's like, well, I mean, it's bad, but I'm on the second floor. And let me tell you, Californians are used to flooding because we have no drainage systems. If
Right,
you're not
that's
near
why
the
they have these
beach,
giant
you
drains,
don't
yeah.
have
Yeah.
a drainage system. And I said, oh, so what you're telling me is that the Weather Channel and every other news media is making
That's propaganda.
your
100% propaganda.
your situation worse. And he was like, yeah. And that's why I don't listen to the fucking news, because you can't believe a motherfucking thing they say. So when I
Mhm.
hear you say that, well, nobody's talking about this, and I'm like, but how would you, A,
How do you
where did
know?
you get this information from? B, how do you make the masses hear it? And C, how do you make them believe it? Because they're probably like me, where you're like, it's just hoopla.
It's finding thank you. That's great questions. Finding alternative sources, right? there are a million other types of sources. And you remember like how you were back in college, right? You had to do your own research. Imagine having
It's
to
way
do
too
that.
long ago. I don't
But
remember.
or you could be on TikTok and let everybody else tell you what's true.
But that's the norm.
That's the norm. But
Doesn't make it right. I get that.
it doesn't
but
mean you
that's
don't
the
have a
society we
fucking
fucking live in.
brain. No, let me
Because you
finish.
can
You
either
asked
be.
me the
Oh,
question.
yep,
Let me
you're
finish.
right. Touche, senor.
Touche.
Little French and Spanish. The one in the middle, right there. You're the one that taught me that.
I know. It's just
You
not.
taught me how to roll the screw.
The angle isn't working with the dangle.
But you
It's
taught me
not.
how to roll the
All right.
screw.
Yep. So, but the idea is this: it's like go find other fucking news sources. Go Google shit. Go to YouTube and find different things. Go to Twitter. Go to.
How do you decide what's
Instagram.
real though?
You have
Because
to,
the problem is with all that shit, there are so many opinions.
and that's fine. And then make your own. Listen to 1 billion of them.
Nobody
and
got
then
time
make
for that.
your. If you've got time to fucking watch a bunch of dogs and cats on fucking the
I
internet,
don't watch that either.
bullshit.
I read.
Then you're just
But
gonna
that's my
follow
happy
along.
place. No,
But
no.
no,
That's why I have you.
no.
That's why I have you. That's my scapegoat. I
But
have you for
If
things.
it weren't for me, you wouldn't. I
No.
would be to
Well,
you.
Well,
to-
if it weren't for you, I'd probably live a completely different life.
right, and I would be like, and if I didn't know you, and you're like, I just live in my books, I'd be like, and you're the one that's gonna
You're
get
gonna die.
74
bitch.
fucking shots.
No, I don't know
Nope,
that I would
you
have gotten
absolute-
shots.
nope,
I
you
don't know.
absolutely
No,
would
well,
have.
nobody in my family got shots beside my dad, so I would have taken that into
Nope,
consideration.
you would have
Nope,
guaranteed.
I don't think so because my family would have started the chatter.
You would have.
that they
followed
started when all this shit-
right down the
don't-
line.
I
Because you didn't want to have to deal with the stress of
But I-
not being a.
no,
You wouldn't have been an
I'm good
isolationist
being
by
different.
doing
I'm
it.
good being different.
No,
I'm very
I
good
don't
being
think so.
different. Anyways, but here's the thing:
It's
I would have
okay.
had somebody in my life exactly like you because I have a type.
What did you guys do?
So hold on.
It took us a while to think about it, and I was like, no, I'm never fucking
Boom
doing
said
that.
my dad had 2 strokes after J&J jab, and I never took it. Then he said both my sisters had bad reactions too. Julia said not good for a lot of things. Hold on, I'm looking.
Yeah, no, it's
like
one of those things. That it's like so. Going back, do
1,000
not.
milligrams a day. We might take 1,000 milligrams of that a
Of like
day.
vitamin C. I take
C, H,
4,000
and C. So I
THC.
take.
THC.
Oh, that's weed. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, when I don't work, I can't smoke it, but I'll eat it when I don't work.
I take
when it becomes legal in
4,000
Texas.
milligrams of vitamin D a day.
You do not. You take 2,000 because I had to buy you
No,
new ones.
no,
I take
it's-
5,000
I
ADK.
take-
We had to change
I
it.
take 2,000.
Yeah.
I take 2 pills now. They're 2,000.
Trust me, I got your peels, baby.
And then I just take nice.
You get you get a daily vitamin,
just normal stuff.
glucoso and chondroitin because we're old.
See, yeah. No, but Julia, go out and there's some videos that whatever Dr. McNamara or whatever is not. It's the other one.
Daily.
The skinnier version. There's a way you can actually like expel
What does buggy lately mean?
the
Space.
mRNA bullshit out of your systems. Go Google that. There's
Okay.
a way to do it. And I know, like a
Well,
lot of people I know are like,
I think
wouldn't have- I
eventually
would
it
not
works
wanna
it
do
way
it.
out of your system because otherwise you wouldn't have
But
to
there's
get
ways
these
to take.
boosters.
You can take certain things that'll help, like get it out of your
Minimize.
system.
So here's
Yeah.
the things to the point where I will always get a tetanus shot because it is proven that
Well-
rusty things can kill you.
Yep, absolutely.
Metal. I shouldn't say rusty. It doesn't
Stepping
even have
on
to
a
be
nail.
metal.
Stepping on a rusty nail.
Well, it doesn't have to be
It's
rusty.
rust.
It's
It's just rust.
metal with germs can kill you. So that's once every 10 years, right? We're not getting a flu shot next year. So you guys pray
get
for
the
me because Greg gets the flu if he doesn't get the flu vaccination. And it's wicked, like 103 for temperature. If I think he's a bitch when he's at 98.9 at
I'll be on here
104,
doing a show
I have to get him like
in my
Sunday,
blankies.
McDonald's Sundays.
That's all I eat.
And
I just eat McDonald's Sundays.
and
I don't know
you
why.
are
That's the only
such
thing.
a vagina when you're sick. It's ridiculous.
Leave me alone. I'll sweat out the
Have
sheets.
you ever had to take care of me when I'm sick?
Yes.
When?
You've thrown up all over the place.
No, that's from alcohol. That's not from being sick.
Plenty of times.
Now, when have you literally had to take care of me because I'm under the weather, not hungover?
It's been a while. Done pretty good.
I think
Not because
I
of
have my
alcohol. I
dad's
think
immune
most
system.
of Beth's are because of alcohol.
no, they're always because of alcohol. It's not. I don't get sick because
Yeah, no, you do
like.
pretty good. You get sick from time to time.
I've got my dad's. So you got. Here's the funny thing. You take after your parents, right? You can either be. My mom was kind of sickly and weak, and my dad is like, if you don't pay, if you don't mind, it don't matter, kind of thing. And I took after that, so I don't get sick very often.
No, I love what Julia just said. Because you just have to reconsider. She said they're vaccinating Ronan, but on an alternative schedule that she researched. Said I won't include.
No, you should vaccinate your kids because here's the reality of the shitty part of it.
You need to do.
So we've had friends who have had injured children.
Mm-hmm.
There's something in the body that makes that happen to them. It doesn't happen to every child. No, because if you vaccinate a million children and
your eyes just go crosswise.
No, I looked up. If you vaccinate a million children, only 10% of them have an injury. There's something. But
10% out of 10 out of 1 out of 10.
Well, I threw a number out there, like, but what I'm saying is that I still for me, I still very much believe in vaccination for children for the normal stuff. I think where you have to be diligent as a parent is to make sure they don't throw shit in there that you don't know about, because as adults,
no, that's what I was saying.
Because as adults, that's where our concern is happening, that we're not going to get vaccinated because they're going to have shit in there that we don't know about.
They're going to do that same shit to the kids.
That's what I'm saying. That's where you have to go to a homeopathic doctor.
The vaccines are vaccines.
The homeopathic doctor.
Stop. You don't know what you're talking about. No, vaccines are vaccines, and they're made in mass.
I was just, if you can let me,
built on bulk. It's in there. There are vaccine groups. It's not. You don't go to a homeopathic doctor.
So you don't think a homeopathic doctor can go to a compound?
No, not one of those things. No,
you can't. That's compound pharmacies can make
how vaccines work.
I think that's what's going to fucking happen, because you're going to need to trust in compound pharmacists.
But that's not how it works right now. Vaccines are made in batches so that they can track back historically vaccine injury. If something happens with this set of vaccines,
what if it only happens to a kid out of the 10, 2 to the 10?
But then they track it. That's why there's a vaccine injury log that they happen to.
So you're saying that homeopathic doctors and pharmacies can't track that?
No, you wouldn't go to a homeopathic
I'm gonna call bullshit on this, because here's the reason why I say that.
No, I'm not saying.
We're getting to a world where you have to be able to.
You're getting drunk. Getting crazy.
Oh, so I'm feisty and I'm drunk.
And you're getting drunk.
And I don't agree with you. So now I'm just an idiot.
No, I didn't say that. But what I am saying is the homeopathic doctor is the same as any other doctor.
I said compound pharmacy.
Okay, doesn't matter. They still have to go by what's logged for a vaccine.
So a compound pharmacy does their...
It would not qualify the same as a regular pharmaceutical vaccine.
If you decide not to get your kids vaccinated,
you wouldn't be able to bring them to school.
Hold on.
You would not be able to bring them into schools. Period. You wouldn't be able to bring them to school.
Well, then there's homeschool.
That's fine. That's totally cool. But you would not be able to bring your kid to a school if they did not have a fucking regular everyday vaccine. You can't. Like an MMR, like we talked about earlier. You would not be able to bring them to the public school.
I think it's going to have to change. Or there's going to be a lot of kids.
Everybody's going to fall into the same fucking line.
No, there are going to be a lot of kids homeschooled.
And I love that. I'm all about that. That's fucking amazing. That would be amazing.
Homeschool's really hard on moms.
Public schooling
got to back up.
Is backed by what?
We get public homeschooling.
No, public schooling gets funding from the government.
I'm pretty sure you can get a grant as a homeschool.
They're not. They would. I guarantee they would be like, fuck you.
Depends on the president.
Yep. It depends on your local politicians.
Well, they all suck balls anyways. So.
It all sucks. And I'm not trying to say you're drunk, but you're drunk.
You did.
On your power.
What'd you just do? Do you try to silence me? You think I can't talk enough for your mic
You ready?
to pick
You
up?
ready?
Emotional, damn it.
You have emotionally damaged me for the last
One last let's get
18 years old.
get
18 years
fucking
old. 18 years.
ridiculous.
Okay, so hold
All
on.
right.
I gotta catch up.
All right.
Okay, so NAC, vitamin THC. That's hilarious. I
Still have
can't
to
wait
pay
to retire.
School taxes. Hey, you know what?
You know what? We don't
even have kids.
So I don't give a fuck about you crying about that because
No,
I have
no, it's
never
like we pay
had
taxes.
kids. And our taxes in
No,
Texas
I care.
for shitty
I care a
school,
lot.
No, what? But I'm used to it now. I've owned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Taxes.
No shit.
But so
I'm
I don't-
47
I don't
years old. I'm
give
not like a little
shit.
kid.
I don't give a shit about taxes and what you're like won't happen. Hold on. I'm trying to read, but I have to
What-
take my glasses off.
Do you want me to go through them?
Yeah.
Space Cowboy said, I haven't gotten the flu shot since he was 10.
Oh, wow.
I had to start getting the fucking flu shot a while back.
Because you get
'Cause I get,
so
and then
fucking
now
sick.
we're gonna test this year.
Well,
Julia said
at
we're
least now I know how to deal with it.
we're vaccinating Ronan. I already said that
Yep.
one. Womb said you still have to pay school taxes if you're homeschooled. Yep,
Yes,
so-
you
And
do.
then Space Cowboy
But you
said,
have to pay home.
if I
you have to
ever
pay
had
school
kids,
taxes
I'd
if you
rather
don't have
pay
kids.
for private school. A lot of people would. Absolutely.
Well, it's a
So here in Texas,
supposedly the theory is private school is smarter kid,
well, that's not necessarily true.
but I think homeschool kids are smarter than all of them.
Maybe it depends on the parent, right?
Well, I've had 2 homeschool
You got
friends,
Eric,
and I've got
Like Tansy and family, they're got
okay.
moms
I
staying
wasn't
at
even
home.
considering them. I was thinking my friend in Dripping Springs, my friend in town. Totally different experiences for
Yeah,
their
it
kids.
absolutely could be. All right. So last story for the evening. Biden blasted for comparing kitchen fire in his home devastating Maui blaze. Absolutely disgusting. So this fucking retard, you ready? And that's what I think we're all pretty much on the same boat. So there's gonna be a video that's gonna play real quick here. Let it go for a second. Sleepy Joe.
On Ohana, whether by blood or by friendship. But like many others, we are a community that
Wait, what?
on Ohana, whether by
All right, that's enough for him.
Hold on, he's not asleep. He's just
He was
stupid.
asleep. Nope. So before this,
I mean, he
show,
had open eyes. He might be in a
okay. So
coma.
what it reminded me of was
Your mom.
somebody. No, not my mom. Your mom, when she had late Parkinson's and dementia,
right?
where your mouth goes and your eyes just kind of go,
But they're out of it.
but they're not really there, right? And Dan made this point on the Drinking Bros, and he's like, I mean, he doesn't necessarily have anybody that, but I was like, yeah. I was like, my mom wasn't there. She was there.
Your mom was fine.
Yeah.
And
But your mom, and then it's something that happens to elderly people. Like you just get old as fuck.
I mean,
Right?
she was 80 years old. But
That's what I'm saying. She had
I
Parkinson's.
don't think
and
it was.
dementia,
I think it was the Parkinson's. Here's the
And it just
crazy
makes you
thing.
go like this.
So
right? It makes you go.
tonight we didn't watch a lot. I watched bits and pieces, but they were talking about, will Biden make it to 2024?
That's a question.
And Trump said, I mean, physically he might, but that's even questionable. He goes, mentally, he has moments where
Fucker's gone.
he is not connected to reality. I don't know that he uses this, might like paraphrasing. He goes, and so you have to wonder who is running, again, paraphrasing, the ship. Kamala? Like, is that really who
Oh,
is?
no, it's his chief of staff. Yeah, it's
Is
not
it-
Kamala's
is it-
too fucking dumb to do anything.
well, but
She's literally dumber than him, and he's got dementia.
she is the one writing off and everything. But anyways, so I thought it was crazy that he was like, I mean, he goes,
Where the fuck has she been?
he goes, physically, he's
He
not a
made-
triathlete, and this is pervert. But he goes, well, really, that's giving him too much credit. He is not any athlete physically. So physically, he's run down. Mentally, we've all seen him. He's worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when you run that, there's a part of me as a human, don't judge me,
Feel sad for him.
very sad.
No, I
for
agree.
him. Very
Yeah.
sad
He's
because
just a
this
show
is
pony.
a point
Yeah.
in his life that he should
be in a
be at
nursing home.
home. No, not even at home with his family.
And like a shit ton of nurses around him.
And not even that, but at home with his family, enjoying the things he is connecting to. Not in the world of the media.
Boy.
Not in the face of the media, pointing out when he fucks up, falls, ruins the speeches, says some shit out of his ass.
Cannot wait to write that book, though.
But she's a doctor. Shouldn't she be able to fix him?
The wife of a president. You don't even know.
Well, here's what she has to wait. She has to wait till he dies and do the autopsy, and it comes back that he had Parkinson's or whatever shit that they figure out through their brain. And then she can come back and say, the wife of the president who had Parkinson's. And the daily struggle.
Fuck off. Right, you ready for this one? President Biden was blasted on social media after telling a story about a small kitchen fire in his home.
You told me this?
While consoling residents of Maui, Hawaii, who recently experienced a catastrophic
What was
fire.
the words I said to you after you read that?
Fucked. I think it was.
I was like, get fucked. That's rude. You should die.
Right. So
I mean, I don't really mean that.
Like TSA.
Yeah.
I think they're the ones that come after you. The IRS, maybe they come after you.
Shouldn't I be allowed to say die?
Get fucked. Yeah, die. Yeah. I know. Like of old age, allegedly. I don't want to compare difficulties, he said, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, of what it was like to lose a home. Biden said in Hawaii on Monday. Years ago, now 15 years, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. Lightning
Space
struck
Cowboy,
at
how old are
home
you?
on a little lake outside the home. Struck at home on a little lake outside the home. Not a lake, a big pond. It hit the wire and came up underneath our home into the air-conditioned duct.
Minimal. Fucking minimal. We had a bigger fire than he had.
To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat. Biden was slammed. By the way, Beth and I have been through a big ass wildfire.
A big ass wildfire, and then a fire in the ceiling.
Yeah, but that was
I mean,
big ass wildfire in Colorado.
I feel like
called
our
the
thing.
Waldo Canyon wildfire.
I had PTSD. I don't take that lightly for 6 months, where I'd wake up and our house is burning down, and I'd look at you and be like, "We're on fire," and you'd be like, "Bitch, go back to sleep."
Yeah. Dude, when you're in one of these things, and our thing, you cannot even compare. And we lost 1,000 houses near us.
You can't compare to Maui.
That 1,000 houses
that bullshit
is nothing compared to what that was.
And lives. We had no lives lost.
There was a couple, few.
Maybe 6.
But not 1,000-ish at this point.
And I did know people who lost their house, which takes it to a different level. But
a house.
Here's the funny thing.
Kids, hang on a second. Let me finish the story. The Biden was slammed by conservatives on social media for remarks, which many said was tone deaf following devastating wildfires. Of course, at this point was only 110 people. It's going to be it's going to be like 2,000, 3,000. It's going to be fucking insane. Kind of surprised he hasn't empathized. I think it's going to be.
I hope you're wrong.
I
thought it was 510 last time I read it.
510?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's still going to be higher. Sean Davis said, kind of surprised he hasn't empathized with 9/11 victims by telling the families that that the time he had missed connecting flight. Fucking dark, dude.
That's perfect.
All right, this last one.
Amazing.
RNC research said Biden tells Maui victims, "I don't want to compare difficulties, but then
let me tell you a
story about losing his house in a fire, which was
he didn't lose his house in a fire.
So people have mistakenly, he lost it.
He lost a kitchen.
Lightning struck his house.
Okay, so
and then
there's several
the thing
different.
Was put out in 20 minutes. It was complete.
There's several different
fabricated
things.
lie.
A fire is a fire, and if you really go through it, you are marked. Now, a fire on an island that kills several people, burns down communities.
According to a 2004 AP report, it was a small fire contained to the kitchen that was under control in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Even like what you and I went through in Colorado, literally, I talk about it when I say across the street from Jody's house.
It
I
was-
felt
the
like
whole
it was.
place was on fire.
I felt like I was on a movie, like Die Hard movie set.
Yeah, it was fake. It
Because
doesn't
there was-
register.
But you felt the heat and you felt all the shit, and you're like, and literally,
It was an action
you
movie.
looked at her husband, and you're like, you've got to go. What do we have to get now? And he was like, I've got 10 more things we have to get. 3 of them were cats.
And he was a fucking fire chief.
Well, he was a retired fire chief. He
fire
was
chief.
now a
We had to
body
leave
recovery.
the cats in his house.
No, we got 2 of the 3.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, we got 2 of the 3. We watered down the backyard, the furniture.
Yeah.
We watered everything we could. And then I literally looked at you and you said, we have to go. We were 2 blocks from them. We're next. And
Yep.
literally, you, with all your wherewithal, thank God, 2 days before that, when I saw it jump the ridge, I was like, I was getting ice cream
I was
for us.
upstairs watching with
No, I was getting
binoculars.
ice cream for us. You were in the living
Oh,
room
you
at
saw
that
the
point.
spark happen.
I saw it jump in the spark, and I was like, Gregory, I need you to come see this. You're like, well, fuck. We've got to get important documents, blah, 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 blah. So we were lucky enough to get our shit together. You guys, you have
We had time. We had
when you
24
don't
hours.
have time, we had more like 48 hours
Something.
because that was a Wednesday and we had to evacuate on
Thursday night.
Thursday night. So
Some of
like
it was
36.
Tuesday night into Wednesday. Yeah.
That was a grace of God because if you don't have that time, you have no idea. Because even at that point, you're like, Beth, is there anything?
Yeah. I remember. Is there anything left you want in this house?
I was
Because I was
like,
totally anticipating our entire neighborhood being
and I looked at you. I was
we
like,
packed up the Jeep. We
bitch.
packed up my truck.
I got my cats. I got my dogs. I
We
got
got
my
all
blah,
the
blah, blah.
guns. We got all
And
the
I was like,
paintings
if it
and
wasn't in my
pictures.
house, I wouldn't want it. Like we got expensive paintings, we got licenses and passports and all
Yeah.
that bullshit. But you're like, anything you don't want. I was like, if it wasn't in my house, I wouldn't want it. Can you imagine having
No time. 0
5
time.
minutes?
Yep. No, I grabbed the dogs, cats, you, and we're out.
I
That's it.
can't even. I can't. And then
You
and
leave
then you have
everything.
to figure out like all of your certificates of
Birth, and
marriage,
death, and,
birth.
whatever. Not death.
well, for your
Social
family,
Security
fuck yeah,
cards and all
because
your
I'm
shit.
going through that shit with my mom. All of that, you have to figure that out. And I'm like,
It's
I
hard.
can't.
And, that
And
was,
then when he falls asleep, that's a slap. When first of all, when he compares it
That
to a
fucktard-
kitchen fire,
I hate that guy.
I mean,
hate that guy
compares it
so
to a
much.
kitchen
Like,
fire.
you don't
I
understand.
mean,
Like I was at Sarah was it Sarah from Drinker Bros that was on. She's like she went through a wildfire in Colorado that burned the whole
no,
fucking town
imagine
down.
that. Colorado,
But
what
it was,
the
it was
fuck?
just a different area, and I think it was Colorado. And she's like, "Yeah, dude, they lost, and that's why they moved out of town, right?" And you know, think about it this way: it's like it gives me the ultimate empathy for the people of Hawaii and Lanai that they're going through this because they're on
When
an
everything's so
like, you
expensive right
like
now
it's easy to say like you're on an island, but they are literally fucking physically
on
on
an island. And here's
And
what
now
you
the-
have to fucking
Well,
remember.
and then then the federal government's not doing shit. Insurance adjusters are not being allowed in
What?
because they still have to go through and clear the bodies, right? They have to go through all the ashes. So you can't go in. So like we're doing our
I
company.
mean, I
I'm
imagine
not
our
gonna say-
company is like, you don't even
That's
have
the
to tell
stuff
me.
that I do.
Give me some shit.
we
give
do
me,
that. But
give
we
me
have to-
your cost
Yeah,
at this
but
point
we're
because
doing
that's
all
what
of that
happened to
stuff.
us.
but there's no more supplies. And then the
Wow.
local
And-
PD are blocking it. The governors are blocking it. They're blocking supplies coming in. Like, just go out and do some homework. I've gone down. I mean,
So
it may have
here's
been
what
better.
you
I don't know.
hope for the people
I
on the
fucking
island. If
hate
they have an insurance
people.
company, like, here's what happened in our situation that I'm hoping happens for at least our members. And we have a lot of members on Hawaii because
Yeah,
the
there's
military
tons,
retires there.
tons of members. Yep, a lot of Hawaiian natives like have been military,
our insurance company
Navy and stuff like that.
says, what do you need to survive for 5 days? And they give you money without receipts, which is fucking amazing because a lot
They'll
of
do that
companies
for
say,
it's gonna be months and months.
a lot
and
of
months.
companies say, I need receipts. Give me what you're
We don't
buying.
do
Give me
any of
what
that.
blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, fuck that. We got you. There was a point. Fuck, there was a point. Hold on.
But we'll take care of them in the long run. Like I've already had planes
I
flying
would
over
hope
there. And
Everybody
that's the
takes
cool
care
part of like the
them.
job that I do is I'm responsible for the flights that go over there and they scan.
You are?
It. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like, yeah.
You're so my
they
hero.
fly over and they check and they look at, here's your house before.
Here's what they
and here's
they
what it
need.
looks like now.
Here's what they need that I don't think we include from our episode that was minimal compared to their psychotherapy. They need someone in there that is a counselor to be like, I get it.
Yeah.
You're fucked up. You're gonna be
Well,
fucked
if you can't
up.
deal with stress, yeah, I mean, it's going to be huge. And it's not even that. It's beyond stress. There's nothing else. I don't even know.
No, but that's why you need somebody.
Counselors and psychological.
That's fucking huge, dude.
They don't have time for that right now.
No, they do.
No,
that should be number one almost.
I don't think it is. I think it isn't. It's
That's
housing,
like saying
clothing.
that you're coming back. Oh no,
It's all there's too many
It
basic
should
needs.
be A, B, and C, not 2, 3, and
just think
4.
it's- I
One
think
A,
that's-
B, and C. Like
It's been we got deep on this Wednesday night, but
that's whiskey.
yeah, it's hard.
I
It is
still
hard.
think they need mental support because that's the
Oh
worst.
yeah.
That's the hardest
Psychological.
part.
Yeah. Julia said
And insurance doesn't give that.
up in Washington, their wildfires getting worse. Yeah, you have one that's going on right now. It's bad. And you know what? A lot of that is it's poor land management. And I got my master's degree in
Oh, here we go.
catastrophe
Anyways, do
disaster
you think
preparedness.
that
It is.
it's purposeful?
That's part of it.
Do you think it's purposeful?
That they burned the place? No. I mean, offline, I'll tell you something different, but I want to say no.
I'm gonna say online. Sometimes I feel the shit that happens in our world is purposeful.
Because
It is
It's
the
a
Bill Gates and
billions and billions of dollars of property.
and now you get to come back in and say
The
we're just
mayor
gonna
is
buy your
asking
property.
the governor for a moratorium on any home sales.
What does that mean?
Like there's no home sales allowed in those areas.
But it's not home sales that's coming back
even
and saying
like property sales. You can't even buy the property.
but the
the
government
only way.
can come in and say, I'm gonna give you $200,000 on your $400,000 home.
I think it's gonna be. I think this is one community that there's. Okay, this is gonna sound sad as fuck. This is gonna be sad as fuck.
This
right.
is gonna be what? Sad
Satisfying.
as fuck. Okay.
Right.
not sad
So
as fuck.
there's one way of looking at it. It's like, yeah, you have a community that's gonna hold strong. There's gonna be a lot of community members that are gone now. Like the whole fucking family.
Like the people, yeah.
The whole family's gone because there were cars full of people.
How does that happen?
Because the police. This is not hearsay. This
All right,
maybe
let's
this is
stop.
hearsay.
I don't want to
The
talk about
police
this.
blocked roads for some reason,
I don't want to talk about this.
so it can get.
no,
So
no,
was it
I'm done.
purposeful? Okay,
Done.
we'll stop. Was
Done.
it purposeful or not? And you want to go down that path?
No, I asked a question. I should beep beep because you're just gonna make me sad.
Go do some homework. I've gone down
Not gonna
rabbit
do
holes on
homework.
this shit.
I'm not.
And it is.
You know I'm.
sadder and
You
sadder
know
and
I'm not.
sadder.
I don't.
It's all good.
I live
Let's
in a
go eat
world
some
of
dinner.
live in a world of fairies and
Fantasy
rainbows.
and unicorns,
Fairies,
and
rainbows, and unicorns.
bananas, and
Oh my gosh, we have so many things to read. Hold on before
we love you. You know what? We're gonna shut this shit off for tonight. We're jumping off. It got sad a little bit. at
love
the
you
end there.
guys.
But-
We're not sad. We're fired fuck up.
I am pissed. Like I'm pissed. There's too many things going
I'm
on.
gonna do a third whiskey, bitch, and then I'm gonna pass out. What?
Beth needs to eat some food.
Well,
You know what? It's a good Wednesday. So with that, thank you for Beth and Greg. This is The Bar is Open. Go out and check us out on iTunes, Spotify, and everything. Hit the thumbs up on the way out.
bye,
Appreciate
babies.
it.
Love you.
You know what? We'll catch you on Friday. We'll have another, probably more uplifting
Propaganda.
show.
I don't know. It's fine. Whatever.
I love you, honey.
Why don't do this
You're a
shit?
good woman. You do your best. You know what? Alex, everybody, Jeepin.
Bye,
See you.
babies.
Cheers. Bam, bam, bam.